Hello everybody, thank you so much for pressing play on my video today. My name is Sharleen from stampwithshar.com and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the US. Welcome to another video today, you guys. It's Monday, which means it's Casing the Catalog Monday. For today's inspiration, I got it on page 119. It's this guy right here. And I thought we would change the direction. And so I'm going to share with you how we create today's card. Now, if you miss any of the measurements, I will have them over on my website at www.stampwithshar.com. I will also have a link in the description, and if you click on that link, that's going to head you on over to the blog post. For those of you that are new to stamping and maybe don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, if any of you are looking for a new catalog, we have our annual catalog as well as our holiday catalog. And if any of you need a catalog, please send me an email. I'd love to send you a copy. So our card base today, we are using Crumb Cake. I have this piece cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and I have a score mark at 5 1/2 inch. I have a piece of basic black, and this piece is cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and this is for the inside of the card, and this piece is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is the Night Before Christmas Designer Series paper. And there are some beautiful prints on this paper, you guys. Like, it's so nice. I like these little bulbs and the presents and cookies and lights and candy canes. Just a great pattern. And yeah, so that's our paper we're using today. And then I also have another piece of Designer Series paper, and this piece is cut at 2 inches by 3 3/4. This piece of Designer Series paper is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and this piece is cut at 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. Now in the catalog, they did use like a twine, but instead of using a twine, I thought I would just use a 1/2 sheet of paper. Our ink today, I will be using Cherry Cobbler and then the Pretty Peacock. I'm using my favorite multi-purpose liquid glue. Our stamp set I'm using today is To Every Season, and I'm using the Merry Christmas and these snowflakes. And then I am also using the Pretty Label Punch. And so what you want to do, you're going to take your piece of basic black, and I'm actually just going to punch 2 of these out. Now, if you're new to stamping, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to cover this up. You're not going to see my little holes here. And I want to save paper, you know. That's what I like to do. Save paper. So I'm going to fold my card base in half. I'm just going to come in with my bone folder, and that's just going to give it a nice crisp edge. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to layer my Designer Series paper on top of my basic black. Now, what I like about multi-purpose glue, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so you can kind of play around and make sure you are exactly even. And then I am just going to add this panel to the front of my card. What's fun about this kind of card is you can use any Designer Series paper. You can use any stamp set. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas card. Add that on the bottom. Okay, now I can cover that seam with my 1/2 inch piece because we don't want to see that ugly. Now I do have a little bit of ink over there, so I'm actually going to put my sentiment over that little piece, so you're not going to see that. I just have a scrap piece of Very Vanilla that I'm going to start stamping. And I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas in my cherry cobbler. Now, because these are photopolymer, you want to stamp it on one of these paper piercing mats, and that's going to give you a nice crisp edge. I mean, like image, sorry. Stamp that guy. I'm going to use my pretty label punch, and I'm just going to punch that out. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach these black ones, the basic black, behind. And I'm just leaving a very little border. And again, you can decide how fat or thin you want your border. Add this to the bottom. And now what I've done is I've created a little border around my label. Super cute. What we are going to do now, we are going to attach it to the front of our card, and I'm actually going to pop the sentiment up with some dimensionals. Now I want to cover that little ink spot, so I'm just going to stick that right there like so. I'm going to come in and just add a bunch of little rhinestones everywhere because we always love a little bling. I got my pick me up tool. Take your pick tool. And again, I'm just randomly gonna add some of these rhinestones. And you can use any kind of rhinestone. Like there's no right or wrong bling to use. I could have used, you know. And you will notice I'm just placing them randomly. Like there's no right or wrong way of where you want to place it. Super cute, you guys. Okay, now we need to do our inside of our card. And I am going to stamp. Let me just get all that excess ink off. I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and ooh, Merry Christmas. I'm now going to come in with my little star, and I am going to randomly stamp some sugar. Just see what I did. So what are the chances? It's all good. Nothing says homemade than a little boo-boo here and there. And that, my friends, is your super easy Christmas card. Thank you so much for pressing play on my video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. and I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. Now, I will not be able to do a video on Wednesday, but I'm hoping to get one done on Thursday. I have some physical therapy and it kind of makes my day a little cray-cray. So, thank you again for stopping by, you guys. I hope to see you on Thursday. We'll see you then. Take care.